Yesterday, Wednesday, the chairman of CARICOM and Prime Minister of Jamaica, Dr. Andrew Holness, announced that Barbados was one of 4 regional countries that was throwing its doors open to full and free movement of CARICOM nationals from October 1st. Almost immediately, people started asking, what does that mean? Well, here with us tonight to answer that question and delve a bit deeper is Ambassador to CARICOM, His Excellency David Commichong. Good evening to you, Ambassador. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening, Tisha. My
Great to have you here. Now, give us your explanation of what it means for Barbadians and Barbados, this announcement.
Well, you know, this was the big success of the just concluded CARICOM Heads of Government Conference in Jamaica. The fact that we are finally going to have the full freedom of movement regime. This is something that we have been trying to achieve for decades now. We have finally done it. However, not all CARICOM states are as ready as others. So the 4 member states that said, look, we are ready to start now are Barbados, Belize, St Vincent and the Grenadines, and Dominica. So come 1st of October, these 4 will start. What that means is that the regime will be only for those 4 countries. So the citizens of those 4 countries will have the right to travel to live and to work in these countries without the need for any work permit or any residency permit. When they enter and they start to live and work, they will have certain rights. They will have the right to be treated like the citizen of the country in terms of primary education, secondary education, emergency health care, and primary health care. So what it means for Barbados is that 2 things. Barbadians will have the opportunity to seek out life and career employment opportunities in these 3 CARICOM member states. It also means, very importantly for Barbados, that we are likely to get some infusion of young, economically active people coming in to add to our workforce, because, you know, one of the big problems we face is that we have the demographic picture of a developed country, an aging population. We are not reproducing our population naturally. We actually have a naturally declining population. And we don't have enough relatively young, economically active people contributing to taxation and national insurance. And so it will help us a little with that.
All right, moving to a place where people coming into Barbados will be able to access the same services that we as citizens do you believe our social services will be able to cope with or handle any huge numbers?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I don't think there will be huge numbers. I mean, and why I say so is because, you know, we have the example of the Skills National program. That program has been in place for 20 years now. And right now we have 12 categories of skills. And we have never seen any flood of people coming in, nor a flood of Bajans going out either. So it has always, the numbers have always been quite modest. And I think that is going to be the case now. But, you know, some aspects of our social services, we need to actually look at the concrete reality, because, as I said, we have not been producing the same quantity of children as in the past. And so if you look at the numbers in our primary schools, for example, the number of school children have really declined from, say, 20, 30 years ago. You know, so we have the same school plant, we have the same numbers of teachers, yet we have a lesser quantity of primary school children. So that begs the question as to whether there is that capacity constraint. Of course, the situation may not be the same in other areas, but I think generally speaking, we are satisfied that there's not going to be any deluge of people coming into Barbados. And you may well find that who come into Barbados is kind of balanced off by Barbadians who go looking for opportunities in these other countries. I'm very excited about Belize. because Belize, is on the Central American American area of land.
Yes.
And new to Barbadians, many Barbadians, a vast country, a very big country, emerging opportunities. You go to Belize, you see how many Chinese are there grabbing up the economic opportunities. So maybe there will be opportunities for Barbadians, but I think it's a good start. The 4 countries, what it means now is that we now develop a special relationship, because these 3 countries will be the 3 countries that Barbados now has the most intimate relationship with. And I really look forward to it. I think we have broken a psychological barrier in CARICOM. We are certifying that we are not afraid of our neighbors. These are, in fact, our kith and kin, our brothers and sisters.
All right, thank you so much. Definitely a good start to the conversation. It most likely will continue, certainly here.